Hey friends, this is Rick Renner. And finally, we're about to get our plane back to Tulsa. But before we do, first I want to talk to you about the next verse in Ephesians 4:16, where Paul says, "Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth." When Paul says stand therefore, it is the picture of a Roman soldier standing up with his head held high, his shoulders held back. And what I want to remind you is that when Paul wrote the book of Ephesians, he was chained to a Roman soldier. So the Holy Spirit literally begins speaking to him through his surroundings and through his environment. And sometimes the Holy Spirit will speak to you through your surroundings, through your environment, through what you're going through. Paul was chained to a soldier. And as he looked to his side, there was a soldier standing tall with his head held high and his shoulders thrown back, dressed in all the Roman armor, so proud, so dignified. And as Paul looked at him, the Holy Spirit began to speak to him about spiritual weaponry. And Paul says, stand therefore. The picture is you have nothing to be ashamed of. You have every reason to be confident. Look what you have. Look what you've been given. And then he says, stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth. Oh my goodness, that is so powerful. And that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow. But today, I want to tell you, friends, it's time for you to stand up tall. God has dressed you with the whole armor of God. He's given you everything you need. You're dressed from your head to the sole of your foot. He's got you completely covered, and there's no need for you to be shy, to be intimidated, or to be embarrassed, because you, my friend, are dressed to kill, which is the name of my book that I wrote. That if you don't have, you ought to have that book. Dressed to Kill. It's about spiritual warfare, spiritual armor. You can get it on Amazon, you can get it on our website. But my point to you is this. Hold your head high. Stand therefore. Jesus has done a great work in your life, and you have no need to be ashamed. You can look at the enemy eyeball to eyeball with confidence because you are dressed in the whole armor of God. And that is really something for you to think about today.